everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to another Sunday Night Sprint. I'm here with Amber and Jess, my lovely co-hosts. We're going to be,
Doing stuff.
doing things.
Prom.
I was trying to go full full game show and be like, we're going to spin the wheel and see it. And we're not. That's Jess. Jess does that for her timers.
Productivity.
No one has a choice.
I'm going to buy a big spinner wheel. You watch me. But everybody
But if I ever come to visit you that I won't want to spin your spinner wheel, I will.
Everybody's buying them for like readathons to put prompts on, and I want one. They're like $30 on Amazon.
That's nothing. That's worth it.
Yeah.
That's worth it. I spent more money on stickers this week.
I believe that.
But guess what? Those stickers are going to last a long time. That spinner wheel could be like a lifetime's worth of fun.
And you could
At
put
least until you're bored.
You could put foods on it. It's so you decide where you want to eat.
You could put chores on it.
You could put all of your nieces and nephews on it, so you can decide which one you want to sacrifice in case the gods get angry. I mean, there's a lot of choices.
I
don't need a spinner wheel. I know which one I'm sacrificing.
Me too.
Since I don't have any, I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I know which one goes. Honestly, she'd probably welcome it. She'd be like, bring it on.
Oh, I know which one it is then.
I'm walking into the fire. She'd do it. She would do it. She'd be like, bring it.
She'd be like, thank you so much for this present. I appreciate it. Thank you. I've wanted this my whole life. Thank you.
I've always wanted to meet Satan. She would do it too. She'd be so stoked. God, I love her so much.
She's a little scary though.
She is terrifying. There's what if we just have one for the office, and when we do all day writing sprints, we do a wheel for the times.
Yeah, and then they'll all say 45?
They'll all say 45, except for one. Except for one. That one says 46 and 67 seconds, which is 47.
No, we'll do one that says an hour, and we're like, either you get our normal 45, or you might get lucky and get an hour sprint. Let's try it.
Let's go for it.
Oh, my eyes twitching.
They're all 45s. What'll it be? All right, let's see who's here. Let us know what you're working on. I don't have fancy things down here that say tell us. Jess has little prompts. You guys know the drill. Quinn's here. Happy Sunday. Reading.
They're just banners. That's all that she's doing.
Yeah, I know, and I've chosen not to. I've heard of that, which is saying something because I don't do fanfic, and even I've heard of that. So
it's a Hermione.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never understood the Hermione. They hated each other. And not even in a fun way. They just literally hated each other.
Not even in the sexy kind of way. I've heard
not any worse than who she actually ended up with, so.
It's also very true.
Hello, Jennifer. Super dark, full of triggers. I don't know if enjoy is the right word.
That was the whole thing. I didn't think that anybody needed to, they didn't all need to be in relationship at the end of a children's series.
What?
She was Hermione was much more of a career woman. It would have made sense for her to just be a career woman.
She should have married Victor Crumb because he would be busy with Quidditch, so she would have time to be busy with her shit.
I think she would have been cute with Luna.
Or that.
Balance each other.
No, I do get the Victor Crumb because then her and Harry could have double date nights, and then Victor Crumb and Jenny could talk Quidditch while Harry and Hermione talked about how much the loser Ron was doing over there.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know. He's on his 10th girlfriend, and she doesn't seem all that into him. I don't know.
I don't know what alternate universe y'all live in, but the alternate universe that I live in, Hermione married Crumb. So
that man couldn't put together two words to make a sentence.
He balanced her out well.
He couldn't because he couldn't speak English. It has nothing to do with his intelligence.
Literally everybody else in his house spoke English. Why could he not speak English?
You can tell that it wasn't intelligence
because he was written by a
he was
turd.
a Tri-Wizard tournament. He had pretty good knowledge in the books about, like, he got through all those things.
He did.
Well,
he actually
transfigured
was.
his whole head into a shard. Harry couldn't do that.
This is true. He was smart in the books.
He was.
He did struggle to say Hermione, but fuck, don't we all?
I mean, he said Hermione. It's kind of cute.
Supposedly, it was put in the book specifically because we couldn't pronounce it.
Because everybody was coming up to her and saying Hermione.
Hermione.
I said Hermione. Remember Hermione?
I think I called her Hermione. To be fair, I was actually 11 when I started reading them, so like,
fair. This fair.
Hey, look, we have a non-food tangent today. Give us a round of applause for that.
It's a turf tangent.
It's a turf tangent.
Hello, Stacey.
We are not in any way endorsing you to go and buy the Harry Potter books.
No. But if you already own them and you would like to enjoy them, you do that.
You're allowed to do that.
That's what I do.
One of these days, I'll set aside time to read it. It's massive, isn't it? It's long. Hi, Maria.
I already gave that bitch all of my money, so I'm going to enjoy it.
It is time to be productive. We are going to do 2 45-minute sprints. That's non-negotiable this time. We don't have a wheel. Took a nap earlier, so I'm ready to go. Not fully asleep, even if we did.
Will you ask Amber to say the word?
What would you call the bulbous vegetable that grows under the ground and has layers?
An onion.
Thank you.
What's happening? What did I miss?
Nothing. I pulled a U with the Tupperware last night because Jess was saying a word Tupperware. Jess was saying a word real wrong, and I was like,
"What was it?"
I said onion.
I said, "Where's the G? Where's the G, my man?"
Onion.
It's not onion.
I pronounce it UNGYIN. Onion.
Onion. And I was like, nope, that's not it.
Onion. 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 Onion.
And then
also,
she had a crisis.
I don't think I would ever describe it as bulbous.
Really?
It's shaped like a bulb.
Yeah.
I don't think bulb shaped and bulbous mean the same thing.
No, they don't.
But I knew what she meant.
I knew what you meant when you said layers, but I was over here thinking like bulbous.
Bulbular.
Bulb-like.
Doing my dog's pedicure and teeth brushing. That's disgusting. Have fun.
I did that yesterday.
With your dog?
I'm my dog.
Oh, okay.
With these dogs.
Organizing, editing videos, or reading. It's all the options. Gonna finish your diamond painting. Hello. Chapter 85 tonight. Took almost 2 weeks off. Time to get back. Started The Broken Elf King and The Prisoner of Heaven. 2 different books.
I would hope so. That would be an interesting book, The Broken Elf King and the Broken and I forgot
the Prisoner of Heaven.
Oh, The Broken Elf King and the Prisoner of Heaven. Like, Jesus, poor person.
That's rough. I'm gonna read.
No, those are 2 dudes that are dating.
I never got it either, but I was bored and it was free. There you go. I really feel what Jess said. Hello. Welcome. Gonna work on my poetry collection revision. The plan is to start the rewrite in a few weeks. You got it.
What are y'all working on tonight?
Juliezantopoulos. You read The King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Have you read the sequel?
No. Okay. What's the name of the sequel? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think so. I think no.
My cousin who also reads.
Do I have that book still?
told me that she read the first book and she really liked it because I own it.
Yeah.
It came in like a book box or something, which I'm sure is how you got it too.
Correct.
And the sequel is Queen of Myth and Monsters.
I definitely did not read that.
Okay. And we were discussing, she said that like it's very, yeah, it's caca.
I remember that book and I didn't even read it, but you like described a lot of scenes to me and it was very uncomfortable. So I do remember at least what the book is about.
Yeah, and she said the second book is way worse. Like she's struggling to get through it. So I was like, do I even want to read the first book?
I didn't hate King of Battle and Blood. I know I still have it somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm pretty sure I still own it. But no, I didn't continue. I may.
So in other words, if I want to just throw it in the river, no loss.
I mean, no. Okay, that would be fine. What is everybody working on tonight? Everybody meaning the three of us.
Everybody
else
am possibly going to film a video.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the last part of my vlog that I filmed, none of me actually reading for. There was like an introduction and then some B-roll. And then the end is going to be me talking about the 4 books that I read over a 3-month span because I got COVID and then got a stomach bug and then gave up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I already did all my productivity stuff today.
The first thing I'm going to do is work on my daily tarot. And then I'm going to go back through my story and figure out things that I want to add and or change.
I love that for you. I need to do my newsletter because it comes out next Sunday with my cover reveal. And I want to get all of that ready to go. And then I have already made a couple cover reveal lead up, like social media images and stuff. So I'm doing some, what's it called? Admin stuff, you know, some of like the necessary garbage. And then I'll be working on novellas.
If it's necessary, is it garbage?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's not writing. It's not. Am I excited to share the cover with everybody? Yes. Would I rather be writing? Also, yes.
I'm not excited about the cover reveal. I've already seen it.
So
I have no excitement.
Now you get to talk to everybody about it.
I could have already talked to Amber about it. Who else do I need? I've got Amber. I don't need anybody else.
It's true. I remember, I think I liked it. I stopped rating books so long ago, but I'm pretty sure I liked it. It was fun. Yeah.
I actually did finish a book this last week. It was a very tiny little bitty book, but it was the house. What was it called? The House at the Bottom of the Lake, or a House at the
Josh
Malerman.
Mm-hmm.
It was really stupid.
Yeah. I was like, I wouldn't be excited about finishing. You were not happy about finishing.
I'm happy that I finished something, especially because then I'm like, okay, and I immediately threw it into an unhaul pile.
Love that for you.
Because I'm not going to take it across the country if I don't like it. And
do not move it across the country.
I finished The Final Empire, All Our Hidden Gifts. No, The Gifts That Bind Us.
Mm-hmm.
The Creeping Shadow. I think that was it this week.
I finished Shadows of Self. I think that's it.
And for some reason, Amber's being a loser and not reading Brando Thando with us.
I know. I got like a page into Bands of Mourning, and then I was like, I don't want to read right now.
I don't have the attention span for high fantasy right now.
That's fair.
I'll give you that. I feel that doing edits would rather be writing. I'd rather be drafting.
Edits are kind of the same as writing.
It depends on what level of edits. It depends on where you are.
If you look at it that way, then it'll feel like writing. And it'll be exciting.
Line edits.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Your level of editing is. I'm just saying not all levels are. I don't know where he's at. Jeez.
It's part of the writing process, and I need to think that
You're
so
like,
that I'll
I
do
need
it.
to believe it's drafting. I need to believe it's writing. Thank you. We'll let Amber live in whatever delusional world she needs to live in.
Listen, if you kill Amber, you can't move. So you probably ought to let her live.
I have no intentions of killing anybody. The most I've ever threatened is a solid slap.
Oh, I'll slap
And that
you.
was to you, not her. So
what are you slapping me for?
Because you're like, oh, I'm not going to write anymore. I'm just going to never write again. I just don't want to
give up.
I'm just going to give up. I'm not going to write again.
Okay, I want to give up.
You can want to give up all you want.
A soft white glove, and she's going to slap you across the face with it a couple of times.
What if I want to give up? What if I want a new dream?
What is it?
I have no idea. I don't know.
If you want to give up, give up. I don't care. I don't care.
Julie.
I broke Julie.
I can't want it for you more than you want it. If you guys want to be productive, great. If you don't, whatever. I don't care. Would you like to do a 45-minute sprint? Fine. If you don't, fine. You want to write? Whatever. I don't care anymore.
I broke our accountability buddy.
Jeez.
Oh, God.
I'd get excited and ask if everybody wants to sprint, but I just don't care.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I got work to do. Are we ready?
I'm always ready.
Yep.
No, you're not. Here we go.
Good luck, everybody.
Hello, friends. Welcome back. How'd we do? Oh, Amber's working. She's got shit going on.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm doing good.
Yay.
I'm going through and looking at it by chapter by chapter.
By chapter by chapter.
Chapter by chapter.
Good. Did you get your filming done, Jess?
No, I got derailed. I had to help Mom bring the puppies in and get them fed and all that fun stuff. So,
Get you.
woo-hoo. I did read through some of the notes. I was reading back through my reviews because, again, I read a couple of them a couple months ago. So, it may not get done until tomorrow because I don't have the energy.
Now I don't want to.
I have the energy to stand over there and talk to a camera now.
Gross. I couldn't actually tell you the last time I filmed for my channel. I filmed for work, but I haven't filmed for myself in a while. Let's see how everybody else did. Well, how did I do? I don't even know. I wrote like 10 words, but I got done my newsletter and I did my daily tarot. So things happened.
Yay.
Newsletters take a minute. They always take longer than I want them to and longer than I think they will. But let's see what's going on. Julie. Yes, hello, JK. Welcome. Already started reading. You guys are behind. We're just slacking. Siobhan was here. Good morning. Popping in to say hello. Happy productivity. Hopefully you're having a lovely day.
Hopefully you're helping all the babies be born.
All the babies. Finished diamond painting. Now time to kit up an owl. Got about 3 chapters read.
You said kit up an owl because I heard cut up an owl and I was real confused.
It's kit. I feel like there's a way to do anything, but cutting up an owl sounds awful.
Those things are mean. They would hurt you if you try to cut them up.
Yeah,
well, I meant like a dead one.
I mean, I assumed.
You never know with anatomy nowadays. I cut up a lot of weird stuff in anatomy, so.
My family was discussing potentially getting like a cow to share, and I didn't want no part of the conversation at all. What?
Why would you? Like, I
don't want any part of the conversation.
Right.
So but we were sitting and we were at like the table, we were eating, and I was like, I hate everything about this. And at one point they started like mentioning different cuts, and I just went, no. And my cousin was like, dude, you don't have to eat it. And I was like, no, the dog was licking my toes. Yeah, the dog was under the table and I didn't realize it was under there. And then I just felt like warm tongue on my foot. And I was like, no. They all went, Jesus, don't eat it then. And I'm like,
when I was like 20, I worked at this gas station that was like down a road that was so long. And it was like one little road that got you through this whole town. And I was like the only gas station on the road. And I remember this guy came through and he had like a truck with a big trailer full of like 2 or 3 cows behind it. And he parked, he got gas, he came in, he talked to the owner, and then like he left. And I was like, oh my God, such cute cows. Oh my God, they're so cute. And then he left. And then later that night, because I always worked like 10-hour shifts or something. He came back in with an empty trailer and then came to the owner and was like, here's the meat you ordered. And I was like, it clicked that I was like,
oh, sorry.
No. They were such cute cows. They were apparently like he only did it. It was like his pet cows. He just had a bunch of pet cows, and as they got too old.
And that is not what you want, because
you don't want old cow.
Old cow is not good.
No.
Like, I don't know how old they were, and they were very well taken care of. Because, like, they had much better lives than most cows that live in but I was just like, no.
I hate it. I hate everything about it. Took a lot of notes. Yay. 257 very slow words. This chapter does not spark joy. Yeah, I'm about 7K into this novella, and I'm like, I don't want to be here.
Then don't be.
I know, but it has to get written, my dude. This is August, and I need August's out of the way so that I can
move in peace.
Move without worry.
That's fair.
I'm up to 26% in Prisoner of Heaven. I'll switch and read the other one in the next sprint. And just got the labels ready to go. There you go. I grabbed a couple of packages that were delivered to me, and I read more of the short story that I'm critiquing. It sounds like a very productive
day.
Wow. Edited 6 pages is impressive. Well done. I did some organizing, took a break to log a new book purchase. What'd you get? It's been a minute. I don't think I've bought a book in a minute.
I bought some books back in, what was it, January? Because I was sad because I had to sell my car. So I bought some books to make up for it. And I've read all but one of those books that I bought in January. I bought like 5 books and I read all but one.
It's impressive.
So
I've been doing like rereading to annotate from like arc to like finish copy. And then I'm reading forward now, some new stuff, which is good. But I haven't bought a book in a little bit. 6 books at the flea market. Love a good flea market book. The True Love Experiment. Christina Lauren, companion to the soul equation. Soulmate equation? Soul equation. I don't know. I haven't read it.
The first time I ever saw books at a flea market, they had one back in the country where I lived called Big Daddy's. It was like an indoor flea market. Mm-hmm. And
I thought that was the book.
No, the flea market was called Big Daddy's. And there was a person in there that just had like a little bookstore that they sold like used books. And I walked over and there was like a Dean Koontz and Stephen King section. And I was really into both of them at the time. And they were selling them for like 50 cents in most cases. My head about spun all the way around in a circle. I was so excited. Well, but you know what the funny part is, I still own maybe 2 of those books that I bought that day.
It's impressive.
It's not. I got rid of a lot of them because over the years, like I've changed like the kind of books that I'm into, and
still that was a really long time ago that you got them. That you have any?
Yeah, I kept one Stephen King that I do still really like, and I kept my favorite Dean Koontz, and I got rid of all the rest of his stuff. Their stuff just started becoming repetitive. It's like a Nora Roberts situation where it's kind of the same thing over and over.
Yeah. I never got into them.
But I kept my favorite one called False Memory. I bought it at the flea market.
I did buy that at one point, and then I unhauled it because you're like, I don't think you would love it. I was like, I will get rid of that.
No, I think you would. I just don't think you would.
Huh?
I think that you would actually really like it. I just don't think that you would ever get around to reading it.
No, I wouldn't. And now I can just read it off your shelf. Only one of the 6 was a book I had not read. 3 were Narnias with original numbering. Dang. Nice. It's a good find.
I did read all the Narnia books at one point.
I've never read any of them. But I feel like there's a lot of those like child books, like childhood or younger reading books that I never got to those.
Oh no, I read those as a full-grown adult.
Me too.
I didn't.
Yeah. I did not read children's book when I was a child. I was reading Stephen King at 12. I did not read children's books.
No.
I was too advanced of a reader. Like I started reading too young or something. I don't know.
I don't
I read
know
the
how old I
first
was.
one. That was it.
I think it was after. Was it after I started my BookTube channel or before? I mean, I was in my 20s. So
I was in my 20s, and it was when I was working at Walmart. They had like a box set that came in stock. And I remember, I don't know exactly how old I was, but I can, as far as time frame goes, it's about when the first Twilight movie came out, because I remember specifically the Twilight books getting the movie cover at Walmart and everybody buying them because it had Robert Pattinson on the cover. But it was around that time that I bought the Narnia. So that was what, 2013 or something?
I'm awful with years, but probably. That sounds about right.
I have no idea.
Sounds about right.
2008, somewhere in that time frame where
Yeah.
Twilight was like getting big because they were making the movies and stuff.
Yeah.
But I read the Narnia books then. I didn't keep that box set first. I think I gave it to somebody that wanted to read it, and I let somebody borrow it and they never give it back.
There was like a recent book club, and I read the first one, and then I never
The first one, which one?
One of the Narnias.
But which one?
I don't know.
You don't know what it was about?
No.
Hmm.
No, I was
There's
not a fan.
2 first ones.
There's 2 first ones?
Mm-hmm. Actually,
No idea.
there's... Yeah, it's 2.
Yeah. It was like a small mass market looking thing, and I have no idea.
It's contested in which order you should read the books, because there's chronological order versus publication order.
Yeah, so there's like the order which the author intended people to read them in, but then he didn't write them in sequential like time frame order. So some people like think that they come in the order of like time, but he wrote them out of time, like different time frames.
Got it.
So the one when I got it, it was the original one. The one I bought had the original thing. So the or not the original. I think it was the chronological, because the Magician's Nephew was like the first one that I read.
Yeah, I had a bind up, and it was in chronological order, but someone told me to read it. I wasn't loving The Magician's Nephew because I didn't understand what was happening. And they were like, yeah, because that's not the publication order. Read it in publication order. So then I made notes in the front of the book about which order to read them in, and then read it in publication order. Because it made more sense, because the first book, which is The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, is your introduction to the world, because that was the first one he wrote.
That's the one that I read. Because Stacy's telling me the other title, and that's definitely not what I read.
Yeah,
The Magician's Nephew was weird, and I read it the first time in chronological order, and it made no sense. But then I read it. I went back and reread it, and then it made more sense later. But
yeah, if you read it in publication order, it makes more sense.
No, I never read those. I never read The Giver. I never read what was the other one?
I read all the Giver ones. Yeah.
The Philip Pullman ones. The hell is that one thing called?
The Golden Compass ones.
Never read those.
I've read all those. And all of these examples, full adult. All of them.
I could not.
I read The Giver because the movie came out. And I read it, and then of course I finished and read the whole series. And then the Philip Pullman, when the movie came out with Tom Cruise's ex-wife, I watched that, and then I read the whole series.
Nicole Kidman?
Nicole Kidman, there you go. Thank you.
Oh. I never read any of those, but I read The Giver in 8th grade, and I hated it. Hated it with passion.
The only reason I decided to read the Golden Compass ones is because I live in Texas, and after the movie came out, people started trying to ban the books because they said that the point of the books was that these kids were trying to kill God, and they were trying to ban it. So I was like, well, then I have to read it if Texas is like, there's a good. They always ban the best books, and it's actually not even at all what it's about. But I mean, it is, but it's not. It's not God that they're trying to kill. It's a person who's pretending to be God, like a false God.
And you're not
would think
supposed
you
to
would-
worship a
would
false
want them.
prophet.
Like, you would think you would want these kids to kill that.
They'll find a reason to get mad.
Yeah, it's Texas for you. They even tried to ban the hate you give.
That I believe. That I believe. Are we ready for another sprint? The answer is yes, because I'm getting sleepy and we need to get it done. So we're going to start another sprint. Whatever you're doing, be the absolute best at it. Hi, Jess. You got here right in time. It's time for another sprint.
I was like, I've been here.
It was nuts. It was nuts. It is the reason I read it, though. If there would have been no discourse, I don't think I liked the movie enough to want to read the books. But because there was so much discourse, I was like, well, now I need to make my, form my own opinion, so I'm going to read it.
Nice. All right, friends. Here we go.
Good luck, everyone.
Hello.
It's so bright.
It's so bright. How we doing?
Good. I've been looking at a dark screen, so it's like,
You're gonna like on dark mode or what?
yeah, always. Everything.
I never do. Is that weird?
The StreamYard doesn't have a dark mode, lest I would have it.
But you have it like on your computer, like in general?
What?
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 Jess.
Who are you talking to?
Jess, you already said you did.
Yeah, I use dark mode on everything that I can, but there's no dark mode on StreamYard, so it's just
I never use it.
blazing in the eyeballs, you know?
Blazing in that ball. Nope. What we do? What we do? How we doing?
I went book shopping.
Did you get a wheel?
No, I didn't get a wheel. But I did buy some books, and I don't think I did anything else. I don't remember. Honestly, I kind of zoned out.
Were you just like ordering books that had already been like? Were you like pre-ordering books?
No, a few that I've read, a few I haven't.
Hmm.
Some thrillery things.
Okay.
You know, books, parts of series that I'm currently reading. You know, just book buying
I'm
books.
still waiting on some ARC approvals.
I just, you know, sometimes I just like to buy things. Yay.
Got words in more than I had before.
Good.
So, like 24 pages and about 8,500 words. So words. Are you still reviewing stuff, Amber?
Mm-hmm. I've started writing down some ideas of ways to add like plot points, ways to add conflict, ways to add like higher stakes, stuff like that.
Love that. I love that. How'd everybody else do? Finish my first read through of a short story, and we'll start with my notes tomorrow. Crushing it, Kelly. 150 words. Right on the struggle bus. Edited 7 pages that time.
Nice.
Color me impressed. Up to 19% of The Broken Elf King. Is that like, is that a part of the series that like Deal with the Elf King series? Is that a series? What book is that?
Ooh, not how you spell the.
I got tired, ate cheese, read a little bit, watched a couple videos. Love the ate cheese.
The Broken Elf King by Leah Stone is the second book, and the first book is The Last Dragon King.
Nope, don't know that one.
The Last Dragon King, The Broken Elf King, The Ruthless Fae King, and The Forbidden Wolf King. If that's what they're reading.
Okay.
They have some very interesting covers.
They're nice.
They remind me of the Seven Realms series from Cinda Williams-Chima.
Yep. What Jess said. Oh, like with pendants? Like medallions?
Crowns and things.
Crowns and things.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's good.
I know how to search things on the internet.
Yeah.
I know how to use Google, unlike a lot of people who ask stupid questions all the time. You laugh, but you know it's true.
Fired.
I do know it's true.
How do you rate a book? I don't know. How do you rate a book? It sounds like a question for Google.
That's at least like, listen, I almost wouldn't be mad at that question comparatively to some of the stuff I get. I remember so many times while running the contemporary-a-thon, the readathon, I would get questions consistently. What's contemporary mean? Like, contemporary what? Like, what does this classify as a contemporary book? And I'm like, I can't possibly continue to answer this question.
But have we all gotten the oh, you're a writer? You should write this random idea I have that's so not like anything that you write, but I wouldn't know that because I haven't even asked you what you write. But I think you should totally write my idea and give me credit for it.
Mm-hmm.
How about you write it instead?
You should write
I don't
this
even want to write
life story.
I don't even want to write my ideas, let alone yours.
Life story. I'm like,
I have a really interesting life. You should write my book. I was like, no.
I have an aunt that says that my life should be a book, and I'm like, I don't think it's as interesting as you think it is.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to. Next weekend is a holiday weekend. We will still be here next Sunday.
Next weekend's a holiday weekend, Memorial Day.
Yep.
Remind me to give you an update. Remind me to give you an update when we're done on the live.
Okay.
For my list of things I have to do next weekend.
Cool. I will remind you. But that's gonna be it for us right now, friends, because if I don't get this makeup off my itchy allergy eyes and start getting my really cranky self ready for bed, things are gonna fall apart real fast.
Wow. They do. I can attest to that. They fall apart so fast.
I go from real happy to real miserable real quick. So, yeah, we're going to go, but we will see you next weekend. All of these sprints are posted already for next month, the last one for this month. Set your notifications, subscribe to all the peoples, and we'll see you next week to get more stuff done. Have a productive, badass week. Come back next weekend with something to brag about. I want to hear all the brags. Sound like a plan?
Sounds good.
Everybody wave goodbye.
Bye.